Good evening and thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber. Some rural parishes are being stretched thin to find enough priests, but Siouxlanders are taking a stand today, urging the diocese to stop the shrinking of resources. And we're taking a closer look at the issue right now in our top story at 5. Dozens of people gathered outside the Diocese of Sioux City protesting against what's called pastoral planning, condensing churches and sharing pastors. The bishop telling KCAU in a statement today, consolidating parishes are in response to a shrinking congregation and having a reduced number of pastors.
Because of these diminishing numbers, the church recognizes that it cannot do business the way it has done for the last 50 or 75 years. We have to look to the future to deal with narrowing numbers, less priest in active ministry.
And coming up tonight at 6 and 10, we'll hear how Siouxlanders are responding to consolidating these parishes. Meanwhile, a fire broke out at a Sioux City asphalt company over the noon hour. Sioux City fire crews arrived at Jebro, just off I-29. Thick black smoke you could see there on your screen was seen from the highway coming from that area for at least several minutes. Officials say a decommissioned 100,000-gallon tank was being serviced. That's when a worker with a torch ignited the contents that was left over in that tank. Crews used foam fire suppressant to put out that fire, luckily within just under 10 minutes.
The tank was already demolished, so it was kind of open into the area. One thing that happens is with foam is air. It pushes, the wind pushes it away, so it's always a, it's always a battle with that when dealing with a windy day.
Jebro will be investigating this incident for the contents of the tank, but says all safety measures were followed and there were no injuries. 3 Siouxland men tonight are among those charged in a shooting that injured a child in Des Moines. All 5 suspects arrested in connection, ranging in age from 18 to 20. Police were called to that scene on Monday just before 11 p.m. Evidence at the scene is showing that more than a dozen shots were fired into that home. At least one of the bullets struck a 2-year-old child. That toddler tonight remains in critical condition. Investigators say the house was intentionally targeted, but those minors who were home at the time were not the intended targets. We do have a full list of arrests and charges listed for you about the case on our website at the address on your screen, SiouxlandProud.com. Jury selection began today in the trial against a Siouxland man who is being charged with murder. Gary Daines Jr. was arrested last summer for burglarizing a Sioux City home. And tonight he's on trial for killing that home's owner, Paul Smith, on July 16th of last year. Now, Daines pled not guilty to first-degree murder, second-degree theft, and first-degree burglary. He's being held tonight on a $1 million bond in the Woodbury County Jail. The community of Ottawa voting in a special election today in Monona County. Among the issues on the ballot, funding a new county jail. This is the second time for a proposal that the jail bond has been put to voters there, as the facility has been dealing with severe overcrowding, making it unsafe for both prisoner and staff. So if this passes, the new facility will cost the average homeowner roughly $2.03 a month, or about $27 a year. Community members are giving KCAU mixed reactions to this proposal, but one of the women that we spoke with says a new jail is necessary.
I'm hoping it passes. I think that it's something that we really need to get on top of before the situation gets even worse. We're shipping a lot of people out of our county and we have a lot of expenses.
Now, if approved, the county will receive $6.2 million to fund this new jail, and we'll bring you the results right here on your KCAU 9 News. And voters in Alton deciding another bond issue. The fire department there is hoping to upgrade its facility. The department says its current building has safety risks and also lacks adequate space. The proposed $2 million bond will bring that facility up to current safety standards and expand their space for training and parking the fleet. The project will be funded through a local option sales tax, and that has already been approved by voters there. So if passed, this bond will not be raising taxes. And voters in the Marcus Meriden Claiborne School District are also hitting the polls this evening, voting on a $20 million bond proposal to make improvements to both their elementary, high school, parking, and daycare centers. Now, polls are open at the MMCRU until 8 this evening. We will have more information on the bond coming up tonight at 6 and also more at 10. And it's time tonight for our first check on the weather. Meteorologist Marcus Beasley joining us once again. And Marcus, what a beautiful day to get out to the polls. It really felt like spring, and temperatures have to be above average, right?
That's right, well above average, and a great day to do anything outside unless the wind might create a problem, because it was breezy today with gusts at times up to 30. But other than that, a great day throughout all of Siouxland. 58 for your high temperature in Sioux City, which it has been a while since we saw temperatures at or above this here in Siouxland. I'll have that in the full forecast. 64 in Wayne, 67 in Norfolk, a little cooler in Storm Lake with a high of 48 today. Tonight, expect temperatures to drop into the mid to upper 20s, so a cold night ahead, but more nice weather in the forecast. Details coming up in the 9 on 9. Sophie?
All right, thanks, Marcus. Well, voting rights are taking center stage in Washington, D.C. tonight. Lawmakers there in the House debating whether or not to expand access to the polls, while the Supreme Court looks at whose vote should even count. KCAU 9 Washington correspondent Kelly Meyer brings us the very latest.
The Supreme Court considered Tuesday whether two Arizona voting rules discriminate against minorities.
The desire to enhance the convenience of voting must never outweigh the imperative of securing the integrity of the result.
The case challenges two state policies that allow a vote to be thrown out if it was cast at the wrong precinct and prohibit someone from delivering another person's completed ballot. Arizona Republicans say the laws prevent election fraud. Democrats argued the policies violate Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act.
If you just can't vote for those reasons and your vote is not being counted, you've been denied the right to vote, haven't you?
A win for Arizona in this case could give states power to change voting laws, making it harder to cast a ballot. But some lawmakers on Capitol Hill say they're working to make it easier to vote.
H.R. 1 gives voters choices.
Lawmakers debated legislation Tuesday they say would expand Americans' access to the ballot box, reduce the influence of big money in politics, and strengthen ethics rules.
I rise not only in opposition to this bill, but in strong opposition.
Republicans criticized the effort, saying Democrats want to federalize election laws. The White House wants the bill to move forward.
It is a priority to the president.
A final House vote on the bill is expected Wednesday. In Washington, I'm Kelly Meyer, KCAU 9 News.
Turning our attention to coronavirus. Registration is currently now open for the next Woodbury County vaccination. The clinic will be held on Monday, March 8th, again at the Tyson Event Center. Eligible groups include anyone in all 5 tiers of Phase 1B. That, of course, includes people in food, ag, and manufacturing who work in close proximity, as well as individuals with disabilities and their care staff. Appointments can be made online or over the phone. You're asked to call 712-234-3922. That number is on your screen. You can see if you're included in Phase 1B on our website. That's at SiouxlandProud.com. And a year ago today, there was not even a vaccine for coronavirus. But now the state of Iowa is nearing the 100,000 dose receiving mark. Now, the Department of Public Health tonight says it will be distributing statewide by the end of this week. The majority of that vaccine was allocated to the state, but roughly 27,000 doses are from the Federal Retail Pharmacy Partnership with Hy-Vee and with CPESN. And turning our attention now to social media. Misinformation about COVID-19 and also the vaccines is running rampant still. Twitter is now taking some action against this, and accounts that repeatedly post vaccine misinformation will be banned. The social media giant has started using human reviewers to label problematic tweets and a, quote, strike system. They say that will be used to eventually remove certain users. Some University of South Dakota students evacuated their dorm on Monday for a fire. Crews arrived at the Norton Residence Hall at about 3:45 in the afternoon. They found that fire was contained to one room and on the first floor. The resident of the room is placed in temporary housing tonight. All of the residents in that building were able to return to their rooms. No one injured in this incident, so good news there. Last night, the Sioux City City Council met to discuss Phase 2 of that Chris Larson project down on the waterfront, but one small discussion generated quite a bit of buzz. It's a proposal for a pedestrian bridge that would connect Sioux City to South Sioux City. The price tag would be somewhere between $15 to $20 million. If you'd like, you can learn how the project will be funded in our digital exclusive story. It's only on our website right now at the address there on your screen or the KCAU 9 News app. New installments of Siouxland Stories are coming your way soon. They air here every Thursday on your KCAU 9 News at 5 and at 10. Also, you can catch it on Fridays at midday. So if you know someone with a unique story, we'd like for you to share it with us. Email us at news@kcautv.com so the rest of Siouxland could maybe hear about them too. Businesses nationwide are trying to fill a growing number of vacancies caused in part, of course, by the pandemic. But how are they planning to reopen without enough staff? We'll take you to the Sunshine State coming up.
And today was a really nice day, much nicer today compared to yesterday. The warm temperatures, it looks like they are going to continue, and we'll have plenty of sunshine to go along with that. Details after the break.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Sophie Erber and meteorologist Marcus Beasley. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
The trend is going to continue to be sunny and warm here throughout the weekend, and into next week. 28 degrees tonight for your low temperature. Overnight lows, they will drop down slightly below freezing. 59 degrees tomorrow for your high temperature. Again, it is going to be a pretty nice day tomorrow with plenty of sunshine. Your 909 forecast showing that we are going to see those temperatures continue to stay warm in the upper 50s throughout the work week, 60s on Saturday and Sunday. As we head into next week, again, it does look like we'll start out the week with low 60s on Monday and Tuesday, but then a little bit of cooler air moves in for Wednesday and Thursday. 50s and 40s there for Wednesday and Thursday. A slight chance of a little bit of rain Tuesday, but other than that, very, very quiet weather. And this picture was sent in from Candy Reagan in Mobile. Already got a February bonfire out there, it looks like. I think the weather is going to be great for an early evening type of bonfire before it gets too cold here in the next few weeks. As temperatures do cool off at night, it's going to be really good.
Although the temperatures at night, even on those chilly nights you just told us about, they're still a solid 40 degrees above what we felt just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So really not that bad.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, you got to remember, we were below zero.
All right, thanks a lot, Marcus. Well, rock and roll fans, mark your calendars. You'll want to hear this story. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has announced details for this year's induction ceremony, and we're taking a look at those details coming up. But first, the Florida Gulf Coast was home to a booming tourism industry that is before the virus. How businesses are trying to bounce back with limited staff. Next.
They served with courage and honor, and now we're sharing their stories.
Join us each week as veterans talk with us about their experiences in the military. We're getting an inside look at their strength and motivation.
Veterans Voices, tonight during KCAU 9 News at 10.
Welcome back. The pandemic has put many people out of a job in all industries. Even so, some businesses are eager to start hiring again, and with spring break just on the horizon, the beach holds a lot of job opportunities. Sarah Hollenbeck reports.
Venture down Gulf Boulevard and you'll spot them everywhere. Now hiring signs dotting one business after the next.
We needed them started yesterday. I have new businesses that are trying to open up out on these beaches, which is great news during pandemic. We need the applicants to come out here and put them to work.
Robin Miller at the Tampa Bay Beaches Chamber of Commerce says she has yet to find a single business that isn't hiring in the 35-mile stretch of coastline between Paso Grill and Clearwater Beach.
We actually have over 100 different job positions that are available. Anything from a vacation planner to a boat captain to a pirate that we actually have on site.
Tourism is bouncing back significantly, and after a year full of layoffs and uncertainty, this is a good problem to have.
Business is picking up, our demand looks great.
But it's creating one major obstacle. Businesses can't seem to hire fast enough. Matt Vario hopes to get his new restaurant, Bowie's Waterfront Grill, open soon in St. Pete Beach.
So this is going to be our upstairs dining.
But it all hinges on hiring enough staff.
We'll make it happen even if we have to open up on a smaller scale than we'd like to.
The Tampa Bay Beaches Chamber of Commerce is working to organize a large-scale job fair, recruiting everyone from food service to hospitality to entertainment within the next few weeks. Hiring people who get to call paradise just another day at the office.
My old stomping grounds. Well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony will be returning, and to a familiar city. We'll explain why the move is music to the ears of many coming up next. Rock and roll's biggest night making its return to Cleveland, but this year's Hall of Fame induction ceremony will have a new look. The celebration moving to a new multi-million-dollar venue, but just across town. Jennifer Jordan reports on this big announcement, which is music to the ears of many.
We're so excited to announce this multi-year partnership with our friends at the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Fieldhouse that together as partners to help tell the story of rock and roll in Cleveland.
With the Fieldhouse currently at 25% capacity for Cavs home games, it's still not clear if music fans will be allowed to attend the ceremony inside. Still, tickets will be made available to the public, whether it's in person or virtually.
The internationally known Rock and Roll Hall of Fame pumping an estimated $36.5 million into the Cleveland economy whenever the city hosts the induction ceremony. Annual visitation generating close to $200 million to the region as a whole. This new multi-year partnership between the Rock Hall and Fieldhouse adding to the excitement, even getting Cavs players involved.
We have the City Edition uniform, which we wear proudly, that goes out globally to 215 countries and territories when we put that uniform on with the NBA's global footprint.
Representing the diverse genre of rock and roll, this year's nominees include Mary J. Blige, Foo Fighters, Iron Maiden, Jay-Z, Carole King, and Shaka Khan.
I'm the new Sinatra, and since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere.
An exciting time for a city making a comeback in more ways than one.
Let's take a live look outside right now on this sunny night. Marcus returns with one more check on your forecast. Don't go away. Before we wrap up here at 5, let's check in first with Tim for what's coming up at 6. Hi, Tim.
Hey, good afternoon, Sophie. It may not be November, but there's plenty of voting going on, or at least election work going on around Siouxland tonight. As you mentioned earlier, several of the bond measures up for votes in communities all across Siouxland tonight. Everything from schools to pools to jails will follow along. A live report upcoming at 6 from Marcus, where they hope to get good news there on a big school expansion. Also coming up, community events to specialty auctions. Businesses are finding unique ways to survive the pandemic, and the craft beer community is banding together to do the very same. Find out how they're raising money for struggling artists and keeping the craft business brewing. That's coming up after World News Tonight. And it's the second day of play at the Girls State Basketball Tournament in Des Moines. Unity Christian has picked up a win. Jake has a live report coming up tonight in sports.
Exciting stuff. Thanks a lot, Tim. We'll check back for that. And one more check on our beautiful forecast.
Yeah, it's looking like we're going to continue to see nice weather here. Overnight tonight, a bit chilly. 28 degrees for your low temperature with calm winds. But tomorrow will warm back up to near 60 degrees. It is going to be another nice day with plenty of sunshine. That'll be the norm all week long.
I like the way that sounds. Thanks, Marcus. Thank you for joining us. We'll both see you back here at 6. And until then, have a great night.